So we heard a lot about this bill, and I wanted to bring some of what I believe are the unintended consequences of this bill. So I move Amendment L050 and ask for it to be displayed.
That is a proper motion. Give us a moment to get it displayed. That is properly displayed. To the amendment, Representative Bradley.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. A court shall not grant a petition for a temporary extreme risk protection order if the petitioner is the assaultive party of domestic violence or stalking in a previously filed criminal case against the respondent in the current petition for a temporary extreme risk protection order. And it goes on to say a court shall not grant a petition for an extreme risk protection order if the petitioner is the assaultive party of a domestic violence or stalking in a previously filed criminal case against the respondent in the current petition for an extreme risk protection order. And I come to you not because I believe that this is a violation of due process and burden of proof concerns. I believe that ERPOs are civil orders, not criminal convictions, yet they can remove a constitutional right. And I believe that this has widespread ability to be misused in several situations. Victims of domestic violence or harassment could be falsely accused by an abuser seeking control. That's the whole process of domestic violence, is someone taking control or power over someone less powerful. A bad actor can weaponize the system, file an ERPO with many people under this bill, their healthcare worker, whoever they want, trigger firearm removal, leave the victim defenseless during a vulnerable period. An abusive partner doesn't need a weapon if they can use the legal system to disarm their victim. ERPO laws target people deemed at risk, but victims of stalking or assault are often in high-risk categories themselves. Temporary firearm removal may leave them unable to defend against repeat offenders and known threats. These laws assume the state can protect you, but police response is minutes away when danger is seconds away, and in rural Colorado, 45 minutes to an hour away. ERPO petitions rely on predicting future behavior, which is inherently subjective. Stalking reports have come out in Colorado. Domestic violence reports have come out in Colorado. Over 36,000 domestic violence incidents are reported each year in Colorado. Each incident typically involves at least one victim, so this is often used as a baseline estimate of victims annually. Stalking, 60,000 to 90,000 stalking victims per year in our state alone. 60,000 to 90,000 stalking victims per year in Colorado alone. And with this, because there's no due process involved, a stalker or a domestic violence offender can file an ERPO against the victim. And then the victim has no rights to defend themselves and their families. And I will tell you, as a victim of stalking for the last year of my life, this is important to understand unintended consequences. If my stalker had turned, the roles were reversed, and filed an ERPO against me and my ability to protect my 4 children, this is the unintended consequences of what this bill will do. This is a great amendment. Carve these people out. Make sure domestic violence victims and stalking victims aren't re-victimized. I've been victimized for a year of my life, and I came to work every day. But I will be damned if I don't protect my children and continue to jump through hoop after hoop. I am a mama bear. 60,000 to 90,000 stalking victims every year. Carve them out. Make sure they can protect themselves from these psychotic people that harass them on a daily basis. I'm speaking to you personally as one of those 60,000 victims. This is an amendment that should be accepted. I will cow this amendment. People that are victims of domestic violence and stalking should be protected. They shouldn't be falsely accused and have their guns taken away. I own guns. I own a lot of guns. And I will protect my family. And I will not let laws like this falsely accuse me and lose my Second Amendment constitutional rights from someone who has come after my family for a year while I was waiting for people to lock him up. I will not do it. Carve them out. Protect people. I don't come up here a lot to be, well, yeah, I do actually. Based. I do come up here a lot. I do. You're welcome, Colorado. I do. But I will tell you, this has been one of the hardest years of my life. And I will not be a victim. I will not be a victim. And I will not be falsely accused so that my Second Amendment rights are taken. I'm coming, asking for bipartisanship. Show the domestic violence victims and the stalking victims of our state that we will not be falsely accused and have our Second Amendment rights taken. I urge an aye vote.